Right now, somewhere in the world, a man is sitting beside a woman who just asked him a very simple question. It sounded casual, harmless, easy to respond to, and he answered without giving it much thought, maybe even dismissed it completely. What he doesn't realize is this: that question wasn't random. It wasn't just small talk. It was a moment of connection, and he completely missed it. That man could be you, but after watching this video, that's going to change. Here's a reality most people rarely talk about. When it comes to emotional connection, women often don't communicate in direct or obvious ways, not because they want to confuse anyone, but because vulnerability feels risky. Instead of openly saying exactly how they feel, they often express it through subtle questions, timing, and tone. And if you only pay attention to the surface meaning, you completely miss the deeper message underneath. Research in communication psychology shows that people, especially during emotional situations, often use indirect language to test connection and emotional safety. In simple words, they're not only asking questions, they're really asking, "Can I trust you with this moment?" In this video, I'm going to share two very specific questions that often carry a much deeper meaning than they seem to on the surface. And once you understand them, you'll begin noticing them everywhere, in past conversations, current relationships, and even in moments you once thought were unimportant. But before we get into that, you need to understand why these questions even exist, because that context changes everything. From a young age, many people are taught certain social rules. Don't be too direct. Don't make things too obvious. Don't risk rejection. So instead of openly expressing emotional curiosity or interest, they test the waters first. They ask questions that feel safe while still opening the door to something deeper. And this is exactly where many men misunderstand things. They hear the actual words, but completely miss the intention behind them. So let's talk about the first question. What are you thinking right now? At first, this sounds like a simple and casual question, but in the right moment, it's not casual at all. It's personal. When someone asks you this, they're not only asking about your thoughts, they're asking for access to your inner world. They're saying, "I want to understand you better. I want to feel closer to you in this moment." In relationship psychology, these are often known as emotional bids, small attempts to create connection. And the way you respond to these moments matters far more than most people realize. If you brush it off, if you stay silent, or give a short, closed-off answer, it can feel like a missed connection. Not dramatic, not obvious, just subtle. But if you give a genuine answer, even a very simple one, you create something powerful. You show openness, you show presence, you show that you're willing to let someone in. It doesn't need to sound deep or poetic. It can be something as simple as, "I was just thinking about how nice this moment feels," or, "Honestly, I was thinking about something random, but now I'm thinking about you." The goal isn't perfection, the goal is connection, because for many people, emotional closeness is the foundation that builds everything else. Now let's move to the second question. Are you tired? This one is even more subtle because it sounds completely ordinary. Are you tired? It seems like simple concern, right? And sometimes it genuinely is. But in certain moments, especially late at night after spending time together, when the energy feels calm and connected, this question can carry a much deeper meaning. It can actually be a way of asking, "Are you still present with me? Is this moment continuing, or is it ending?" Think about it. If you answer with, "Yeah, I'm exhausted," that naturally closes the interaction. It signals that the moment is wrapping up. But if you respond with, "Not really," you're signaling something different. You're saying, "I'm still here. I'm still engaged. This moment still matters to me." And that can completely shift the energy of the interaction, not because of anything dramatic, but simply because you stayed emotionally present. And that's the key idea behind both of these questions. They're not really about the literal words. They're about emotional availability. Are you present? Are you engaged? Are you truly paying attention? Because when someone asks questions like these, they're not just making conversation. They're opening a small emotional door. And your response determines whether that door stays open or quietly closes. Why does this matter more than most people think? A lot of people assume connection is created through big moments, grand gestures, or perfect lines. But in reality, connection is usually built through small, almost invisible moments like these. A question, a pause, a respo.